On June 6, 1944, thousands of soldiers readied themselves as they waited in boats to be sent to the beaches of Normandy and into what would eventually become the single deadliest day in all of American history. 11 different national memorials have been created honoring the Allies who died in battle during D-Day. Most of these memorials are located in Normandy, France, but some are also in Washington, D.C., Paris, and Bedford, Virginia. There are many different movies and books that have been created that have been based off of the invasion as well. The most popular of these are Saving Private Ryan, which is one of the most successful war films, and The Longest Day, which is another famous movie that also is based off of a book. On September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland, beginning the Second World War. In only 2 years, Germany had taken over 9 different countries. Poland in September of 1939, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, and France in May of 1940, and Yugoslavia and Greece in April of 1941. To further their domination in Western Europe, Hitler created the Atlantic Wall. This wall was a 2,400-mile-long fortification that was built in 1942 using labor from the French prisoners of war. Germany, along with the other Axis powers, were very dominant in Europe, and the Allies needed a way to take back the land that was occupied by Germany. Although D-Day took place in June of 1944, the planning for the invasion began much earlier, all the way back in 1941 by the British. Because the Allies knew that the upcoming invasion in Normandy would be very large, they wanted to make sure that Germany didn't know when, where, or how large the invasion was going to be. They used many different tactics to keep the Germans from knowing about the invasion, including fake army camps with inflatable trucks and tanks, fake radio messages, and double agents who told Germany that an invasion was coming to different countries other than France. The Allies landed on the beaches of Normandy on June 6, 1944 at 6:30 in the morning. They were aided heavily by the fog that had settled on Normandy that morning because the Germans couldn't see them coming as well. The Americans landed on the beaches codenamed Utah and Omaha, the British on Golden Sword, and the Canadians and 5 other Allied countries on Juno. Omaha was the largest of the beaches and was also the deadliest. The Americans suffered 2,400 casualties at Omaha Beach alone, more than half of all soldiers who died that day. Overall, the combined Allies lost 4,400 soldiers in only one day, which is more than the population of Morrison. Many thousand more were injured or missing in action. 4,000 German soldiers died on D-Day, and many more were captured by the Allies. Although the casualties for the Allies were much greater than those for Germany, the invasion was still a success because they had gained a foothold in Europe and could continue to push forward towards Berlin, the capital of Germany. D-Day is, to this day, the largest amphibious invasion in human history. The most famous person who participated in the D-Day invasion is General Dwight D. Eisenhower, who orchestrated the entire invasion. He was also the one who gave the order to begin the invasion. He became the President of the U.S. in 1953 and served 2 terms up to 1961. As President, he established both NASA and the Interstate Highway System and signed the Civil Rights Act of 1957. Although Eisenhower is by far the most famous survivor of D-Day, there are many other well-known survivors, such as Yogi Berra, who played as catcher for the New York Yankees, J.D. Salinger, who is an author and wrote The Catcher in the Rye, and Alec Guinness, who is an actor and played as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars movies. Because of the success of D-Day, the Allies had over 2 million troops located in Normandy by late July, which set them up for a victory in Europe. It took less than a year of fighting for the war to end after D-Day. Before D-Day, the war looked like it may end up in a stalemate, and the Allies worried about how much longer they could fight for, but after the invasion, it was clear that the Allies were going to win. As the soldiers waited for their orders to invade Normandy, General Dwight D. Eisenhower encouraged those who had fear of the success of the operation, saying,
"The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking."